8. A Eulogy for Lost Things. I hunted in the Goodwill, called the church Lost and Found, crawled through the attic like Indiana Jones on a quest for the lost arks of my life. The archaeologist of my own past, I am fascinated by the attempt to reconstruct events, the pot shards that might help me understand the pain and change. Did I write anything insightful or ironic about the people who would become so important to me when I had no idea who they were? I find it easier to reconcile the loss of objects than words. The significance of a gift you never would have bought yourself is that it reminds you of the person who bought it. Them thinking of you. They cared about you. They made you feel loved and understood. And you can remember that without the object. But you can't reconstruct who you were. Who they were, who you were together. The friendships that become libraries of Alexandria. All the glory and complexity and mystery and pain and fire. If you could inhabit the old ideas, old journal entries, or old letters for a moment, could you slip back into your past mind? Could you feel the way you felt? Could the tide reverse? It hurts to know you can't go backwards when what you left behind was so beautiful. But these people aren't who they used to be, and neither are you. So here's a eulogy for lost things, and the people they represent, to honor the pain that comes from knowing the particular flavor of happiness you shared can't be remade. It's a cake from a bakery that closed down when the lady with the secret recipe died. You can try to recreate it, crack the code, but you know her hands held a certain kind of magic that will never exist again. So you learn a new recipe. Have banana bread instead of shortbread with your afternoon tea. New flavors you wouldn't have found if you kept trying to remake the past. At some point you realized that if the connection was replicable, if you could rebuild the Library of Alexandria, then it wouldn't be the Library of Alexandria. It wouldn't be so lovely and mystical and sad. The uncontrollable, unpredictable, unmistakable magic of finding your people. The terrifying nature of evolution. I keep watching sunrises on the beach, watching the shoreline shift with the water, the clouds parting and reforming, the foam of the sea churning and settling. The colors change so gradually that all of a sudden the deep purples are brilliantly blinding pinks and pale yellows. I keep watching the changing renewal of strange beauty. I have died a million deaths to become a woman who catalogs the ash and flame. The fractures and negative space these lost things fill. A death to stagnant loveliness, a birth to the painful expansion of love, a death to grasping at the wind, a birth to flowing, swinging, breathing with the swell. The alchemy of a sunset. Night breaks, moon rises, the salt water heals, washing away, washing together, purifying transformative balance. Against the current or surging with the tide, the ever-breaking waves are indifferent to your exertion.
Sometimes I am in the world, sometimes it's all right.